Okay, good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good. Now, as you remember, we are doing which chapter? Yes, we are doing the third chapter, right? And last time I had explained you a grammar topic that was onomatopoeia. Now, today, what we are going to do is that we are going to do a listening comprehension activity. Now, you know that in all the lessons, there is a listening comprehension activity. If you have seen my previous videos, you all know that there is a listening comprehension activity. Now, in this, what you have to do? You all know that I will be reading a paragraph, I will be reading a passage, okay? And it is according to the lesson. Now, this lesson is on animals. So the passage will be about animals, right? So you have to listen very, very carefully to what I read. And then you have to do the exercises which I will tell you to do. Okay? And you have to do it on your own. I won't be discussing the answers because it is a listening comprehension activity in which you have to listen and write the answers. Okay? So, I will be reading the passage. So, you all please listen to it carefully. Okay, students? So, are you ready for the listening comprehension activity? Okay, so let's do it. Okay, students, as you all know, we are doing the 8th part of chapter 3. That means this is the 8th video of 3rd chapter. Okay, students? Now, I will be starting with my passage, so please listen to it carefully. Mammals like elephants, tigers and human beings have a backbone. They are warm-blooded, which means that they can make their own body heat even if it is cold outside. Mammals have body hair and feed their young ones with milk. Okay, so this is a paragraph about mammals. Now what is given in this? That they have a backbone. As you all have a backbone, yes or no? You have a backbone, that is your spinal cord. There is a bone in your back, it is called backbone. So all the mammals have a backbone. They are warm blooded, and they are warm blooded means their blood is warm. And they can make their own body heat even if it is cold outside. Why they are called warm blooded? You know, because whenever it is very cold outside, then your body can produce heat. Your body can produce heat, and that is why they are called warm blooded animals. And you know, all the mammals, they have a little hair on their body. Even human beings have a little hair on their body, right? And they feed their young ones with milk. And you all know mammals, they give their young ones milk. Okay, they give milk to their babies. As your mother also, when you were very small, your mother also used to feed milk. Okay, mother's milk. So in the same way, all the animals which are mammals like cow, buffalo, dog, cat, there are many mammals. They all give milk to their babies. Understood? Fish like shark and electric eel and other animals like octopuses, seahorses, etc. that live underwater are aquatic animals. They have special organs used for breathing called gills. Now this is about the animals which live in the water. Okay, now they have gills. Okay, now you all know that you have nose. The animals which live on the land, they breathe with nose. Okay, they breathe with nose. But the animals which are living in water, like shark, electric eel, octopus, seahorse, etc., which live in the water, they have gills. What do they have? They have gills for breathing. They do not have nose like you, but they have gills, and they breathe with their gills. Okay, because they have to breathe in water, and for breathing in water, gills are very necessary. So this was about the aquatic animals that live in water. Now the next one is amphibians. Amphibians like frog and salamander are known for their ability to live both on land and in water. Now you know what are amphibians? Amphibians are the animals which can live in land, or which can live on land also, and which can live in water also. There are many amphibians like frog. Frog is a an amphibian means it can live in the water also, it can live on the land also. Then a tortoise also, it can live in water also, it can live on the land also. Then crocodile also, it can live in water also, it can live on land also. And then it is salamander is also a type of animal, it can live in water also and it can live on land also. Understood? So these are called amphibians. Now the next one is about reptiles. Animals that have skin covered in scales and lay eggs are called reptiles. Okay, so the animals that lay eggs, they are called reptiles. Okay, they crawl on their bellies, they walk on their bellies, like crocodile, snake, lizard, turtle, tortoise. These all are called reptiles. Why? Because they walk on their stomach. Walking on their stomach means they crawl. You know how a snake goes, you know how a crocodile goes, then you know how a lizard walks. Okay, they walk on their stomach, they do not walk on their legs, they crawl. That is called they crawl. And you know what, their skin, no, it is very rough. That means they have scales on their skin. If you see their skin, it is very dry and rough. So they have a scaly skin. They don't have a smooth skin like other animals, or they don't have a smooth skin like you, but they have a scaly skin, means they have scales on their skin, means their skin is very rough. And they also lay eggs. Now all these animals, all these reptiles, they lay egg. Crocodile, snake, then lizards, okay, they lay eggs. Tortoise. So these are called reptiles. Okay, for example, crocodile, snakes and lizard, these all are reptiles. So this was about the reptile. They have scaly skin and they lay eggs. Now we are going to talk about the birds. Then there are birds that we all know about. Some birds can fly, while some like ostrich, emu and kiwi cannot. You know, mostly all the birds can fly. You must have seen birds flying, but there are some birds which cannot fly. You know which are the birds which cannot fly? Ostrich, emu and kiwi. These birds cannot fly. You know why they cannot fly? Because they are very heavy and they are very big and heavy. Their body weight is very large. They have a large body weight. That is, their body weight is too much. Okay, so they cannot fly. If something is heavy, it cannot go up. If something is heavy, it cannot fly in air. So that is why these birds cannot fly, because they are very heavy. Which are the birds? Ostrich, emu and kiwi. Other remaining birds are very small and they are very light in weight, like sparrow, pigeon. They don't have weight, so they can easily fly. Understood? So this was about the birds. Now last we are going to learn about the insects. Ants and cockroaches are small animals called insects. So very small tiny animals, they are called insects. They have 6 legs. All the insects have 6 legs. Many insects like bees and mosquitoes have wings and antennae that help them fly. And you know, many insects, they have wings also, and they have antenna. Antenna means, you know, in the front there is a antenna. There is a special part, that is antenna, and that help them to fly. Some insects, they have wings. Some insects like ants and cockroaches, they do not have wings. So small tiny animals, they are called insects. Understood? And mostly all the insects, they have 6 legs, right? So this was the paragraph that I wanted to read about the animals, all the different types of animals. So I hope you have listened to it carefully. I even explained to you so that you can answer the questions that are given in the exercises. Okay, students, now I will tell you which exercises you have to do. Okay, now let's see the exercises what you have to do. Okay students, first of all you have to do the worksheet that is given in your application book. See, this is the 3rd chapter and you have to do worksheet 3.1. It is on page number 22. So I have read a paragraph to you. Okay, I have read a paragraph to you. On the basis of that, you have to answer this worksheet. You have to write the names of mammals, the names of aquatic animals, the names of birds, insects, reptiles and amphibians. So I have taken all the names of animals. I have explained all the different animals. So listen carefully to my passage and then you write the names of mammals, aquatic animals, birds, insects, reptiles and amphibians. Then you have to read this. See, Hi Janet, my dad got a rabbit for me yesterday. It is so cute. Wow, lucky you. Do you know what rabbit? That rabbit is a mammal. Okay, so over here it is given that rabbit is a mammal. Now take turns with your partner to discuss any two animals or birds that you heard about in the previous exercise. Okay, you may use the following points. So now you have to write about the type of animal. So you have to write about any animal you like. You have to write the animal and which type it is, whether it is a mammal or whether it is aquatic animal, whether it is bird, insect, reptile or amphibian. Then you have to write about its features. You have to write about its characteristic. You have to write how that animal looks. Then you have to write about its food and where it stays, its habitat. Means you have to write where the animal stays and you have to write what it eats. And then you have to write why you like the animal. So understood? You have to write about any two animals or you can write about any two birds also. So you have to write all these points about the animals. Okay students, you can write it in your notebook. So this was the worksheet that you have to do according to the listening comprehension. Now I will tell you which next exercise you have to do. Just wait. Now the next is the I observe section in your textbook. It is given on page number 19. So you have to do this also exercise. Do you know how diverse and interesting is our animal kingdom? A tiger is a mammal, a fish is an aquatic animal, an eagle is a bird, a cockroach is an insect, a snake is a reptile. Listen carefully and find out more about the 5 categories. So you have to write more about the mammal, then you have to write more about the fish, you have to write more about the eagle, you have to write more about the cockroach and more about a snake. So I have read a paragraph to you, yes or no? I have explained about all the animals. So you have to write about the mammal, about aquatic animal, bird, insect and reptile. So you have to write some points. You can write as many points as you want. Okay students. So you have to listen to what I read. I read the passage. You have to listen to it again and again and then you have to write about all these types of animals. Understood? This is the I observe section. Then the next you have to do is, this is the last exercise in your textbook and this is the I extend section. Now what you have to do in this? It is on page number 20. Now what you have to do in this? Look at these pictures of animals. Can you identify them? Which animals belong in forest, river, farm or as pets at home? Write in the space given. So see, you can see the space is given before each animal. So you have to write whether it is living in a forest, whether it is living in a river. If it is staying in forest, you must write forest. If the animal is staying in river, you must write river. If the animal is staying on a farm, you have to write farm. Or if it is staying at home, you have to write home. Means if it is a pet animal, you have to write home. So this is the very easy, okay? So this is the last exercise of your textbook. So with this, we have completed all the exercises. Okay students, so I have explained you the listening comprehension and what you have to do after listening to the passage. Okay, some exercises that you have to do I have explained to you. Okay students, so please try to do it on your own. Okay, so this was my video for today. Thank you for watching it and have a nice day.